You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
All right, welcome to The Swingdom. Welcome to the U.S. Invitational Preview Show. Everybody else got to skip the Safeway Invitational Open.
Do we look like a couple of guys that skip events?
No, we look like one guy who skips an event and one guy who doesn't.
Well, Dan, I did the Safeway Open.
That's awesome. The only thing I wanted to do from the Safeway
Open?
Open, I wanted to ask you one question about the Safeway Open.
I was going to break down the whole thing.
You know, I want you to break down the whole thing. That's not what I want. That's not what I don't want to do.
Okay.
I will ask you one question as you're breaking it down.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to discuss it in depth. I just want to ask you.
All right, let's do both shows.
All right, let's do the show.
Let's do both shows.
What's both shows?
We'll do the Safeway Open breakdown.
Yeah.
And we'll do the U.S. Open preview.
What?
Are you not prepared?
No.
Me neither. You seemed really excited to do the U.S. Open.
All right, cool.
You're listening to The Swingdom, the champion podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Swingdom. I am Ben Ridner. I'm an 11-point-something handicap. I've got my Cobra clubs, a bit of Cleveland's, same old shenanigans. It's another Monday night here in the new. This is like the Swingdom Vault. I got to give it a name. This is the new recording studio.
Looks good.
I was like, I want to put up golf flags, and Isidore was like, I got you this thing of parrots, so you can look like you're out in the jungle. I was like, I'm not really a bird person. Not that I don't like birds. I like birds. I'm just not like I'm not like a tropical bird. I don't ever want to have a pet parrot.
No. Nobody should ever own birds.
Okay.
Birds are a disgraceful creature.
What?
But they're the most amazing. They're my favorite. I love birds. I have to walk this back all of a sudden.
You do,
I love birds. I absolutely love birds.
Yeah.
For the record, you will never catch me near a bird. Ever.
Not even chickens.
No. But
Right.
you will see me admiring them from afar.
You are a birder, though.
I do. I love birds. I like to look at birds from the safety of elsewhere.
Okay, so this particular birder is my best golfing buddy, Gunnar Kane.
Hey, that's me.
And he's a 5-point low handicap who's a Titleist fanatic, but he's got a Cobra F8 in the bag as well. So this week we will be talking about the news, the Safeway Open, and some other stuff, because that's what we do here on this podcast.
It is.
Yeah,
it really is.
I'm just excited about my new setup. I
like your setup. It makes me want to change my setup, and I'm sure.
No, I like your setup.
It's just the in a back room somewhere in my house.
Yeah, this is like I'm in like this probably was like the boiler room, and somebody painted it and put a door on it, and now I've got a painting of birds.
I do admire the bird painting.
Can you tell what kind of birds they are?
Let's see. There's a parrot.
Yeah.
There's a macaw.
Oh, there's only 2 birds.
Yeah.
And there's some butter. Maybe you're supposed to like paint a dinosaur in the middle.
If you saw like a full frontal of a T-Rex just hauling at you, then you can put like a little Jeep with people in there.
Yeah.
Screaming, driving.
I'm just sort of like, let me move out of the way a little bit. Like I'm looking at it, and I've just noticed now that it's like in the middle there. It's quite incomplete. Like maybe we got it from IKEA. Maybe like it's a paint your own painting.
It's not, but it looks good.
Okay. Maybe it just looks like my head is in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah, your head's in the. It almost from here looks like it's a window
Ooh.
to the outside.
That is what England looks like at nighttime.
Not even close.
Nope. So this week in news, there's some devastating news to one of our favorite golfers.
Devastating.
Devastating. Would you like to go on with that, or
Yeah. Our boys.
homegrown?
Homegrown from the Orange County of Virginia.
Yeah. Local to LOTW, Lake of the Woods.
Lake of the Woods. Holds the course record at
Yep.
Lake of the Woods Golf Club. We have played there multiple times.
I've never played there.
I've played there multiple times.
Yeah.
Never came close, obviously.
To 62 now.
Right. Our guy, John Daly, diagnosed with bladder cancer.
Not good.
No, we wish John Daly and Little Big John
Yeah, Little Big John, yeah.
all the well wishes.
When I
from the
found
swing
out, Mug Dad told me, mention Mug Dad, good job, you're in there.
and that's it.
Mug Dad
That's all
told
you
me,
get.
and the first thing I said was, I hope he gets to see his kid go pro.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he gets to see Little John either like hold the NCAA trophy or win at like the old course St. Andrews like he did.
Oh,
Like that's all you can sort of ask for. You know better than I do as like a parent for your child. You just want to see him grow up and do the things that you love doing. So I just hope he gets the opportunity to do that.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
We're definitely wishing the Daly clan well.
Yeah.
Let us all remember the greatness before it ends.
He's still alive.
I said before it ends. That's what I said.
Yeah. He's still got some
Yeah.
fighting left to do though.
I don't know. Let's all remember how great he was before the end. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying bladder cancer is going to take him. I don't think it will.
No.
He's too stubborn.
Yep.
But
I'm
it just
with you.
reminds you how short life can be,
Mm-hmm.
and we all love him. So let's all go out and splurge on some.
Smoke a cigarette, drink a Coors Light on the course with a camera on you somewhere.
Yeah, let's all go and put on some fake mullets.
I might put on a real mullet.
Might even grow a real mullet. Who
Yeah.
cares? Get some sunglasses on.
The
Wear
least
some
you can do
crazy
is go get a
pants.
pair of those loudmouth trousers.
Get some loudmouth pants. That's
Yeah.
right. Call
Yep.
it a day. You know where they sell loudmouth pants?
Where?
At the Golf Expo, the DC Golf Expo.
Nice.
Because Rock Bottom Golf, where John Daly is a part owner in,
Yeah.
they sell all the loudmouth apparel.
Well, yeah, they do
So-
the John Daly deal of the day. So it's like the
Yeah,
daily deal of
so-
the day. I check it every day.
So they have themselves a setup at the DC Golf Expo, and we go
Yeah.
every year, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a pair of pants now. I think I've
So
decided.
if
this
you don't
is
know what
this
loudmouth
is-
trousers are, they're like those like American flag trousers. They're like the 1980s like neon zebra striped trousers.
all
And
of-
John Daly is famous for wearing them. I'm pretty sure he's a part owner in it. I saw a pair of them at TJ Maxx, and
Did
I
you?
bought them, and they were like a size too small, but I wanted them to fit so bad. I wanted them to fit so bad. They were like orange, black, and brown, like tessellating deer heads, and I was just like,
Oh yeah, perfect.
I was like squeezing into them. I was like, I must
have to wear these.
Yeah. So more negative news before we get into the positive news. The latest Mr. 59, Scotty Scheffler, withdraws from the USGA Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I just read somebody else did as well. Sorry,
I
let me
didn't
turn my
read
phone
that,
off.
but you also agreed while you looked that up.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
have agreed to stop calling it the USGA as long as you can call it the Invitational.
The
don't you-
US Invitational.
Thank you. Don't you
All
go
right.
back.
I won't. And
Don't
then I'm
you
sorry.
double
So
dip.
Sam Horsfield,
Mm.
who won a few weeks ago, has withdrawn from the U.S. Invitational as well.
Oh, well, Sammy H.
Yeah,
No good.
no good. More news. You ready for this? You'll love this one. This is
Yeah,
good
give it
news.
to me.
Tiger and Bryson. They play 9 holes together at Wingfoot.
Oh my God. I knew we were going to get here. I knew we were going to get to the point where we were, what was quote unquote newsworthy was people playing practice rounds at Wingfoot.
When Tiger Woods sneezes on Bryson DeChambeau's calculator, it is newsworthy. We all know this.
Hey, I went and played Somerset Farms. Tell your friends.
Were you practicing for the U.S. Open that was going to be there next week?
Maybe.
Yeah. If you went to Winged Foot last week, would that be newsworthy to you?
To me?
Yeah.
Would it be newsworthy to you though?
Yeah, it would be. I'd be like, what did you shoot? How did you play on the front 9? How'd you play on the back 9? Ooh, those par 5s. Like, I would have been psyched to know about it. I shot 1,000. I ran out of the little flags to find my golf balls. I just ran out of those entirely.
Can I tell you, not having a crowd at a PGA Tour event has really opened my eyes to how unfair it is to be an amateur?
Yes. Yeah.
I've always subscribed to the notion that pros, it's easier to play golf as a pro competitively, not because you're better, but because everybody's there to help you out.
Yeah.
Like you get caddies, you get yardage books, you get green reading material, you get people to come and mark your ball for you if you hit it out.
Yes.
Did we get any of that? No.
I think you forgot a bunch of other stuff. Like you get to play the course like the day before.
You get to play for free, so you never have to worry about spending money on golf. They just give you new equipment. They fit all your equipment specifically to you. Don't get me started, Ben.
The thing is when they were like, so I turned 30 and I was like, I want to go get clubs. So my wife was nice enough.
I remember that.
And I went and got Cobra F8s and I got
that was
them
like
fitted
15
to me.
years ago.
What?
It was like 15 years ago.
It's like 3 years ago. It's like 3 whole years ago. And
I haven't aged well.
I've got them. So I got them fitted to me. And basically what they did is they measured my wrists to the floor to see how long the shaft should be.
Sure.
They measured what type of shaft it should be based on my swing speed. They measured what the lie angle of the club was.
Right.
And then they measured my hand to measure my hand to see what grips I needed.
Mid-size.
Those were the 4 parameters of which they used to fit my clubs. What parameters does a pro golfer get on just their irons?
I think it has to be upwards of 30 parameters.
Yeah. Like they have like body in space motion sensors.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. And they don't just fit. So like what they did for you was fit for your 6-iron and just make adjustments accordingly. Yeah. What pros get is individual clubs. So your 4-iron might be adjusted completely different and out of sync with your 9-iron because you swing a long iron a little funny.
Have you ever adjusted the loft of any of your clubs?
No, I've never been fitted. And I people need to be fitted to play better.
Yeah.
And you're a perfect example of this.
Yeah.
That fitting.
I got fitted. I took lessons and I got the SkyTrack and I dropped like 12 shots in a year.
Right, which is huge.
Which is huge. I went from being like an 18 to a 20 to being like somewhere between a 9 and a 12.
Right. Yeah.
I think that in that first year I actually dropped down. That's when I dropped down to a 10 even. So I went from probably being like a 22 to a 10, which was awesome.
I think so for me, and I'm going to say, I've already just said that I've never been fitted. I've never taken lessons. What I think I luck out in my normal setup is actually closer to stock.
Yeah.
Than really needing adjustments.
Well, the last time I played with you, I played with my Cleveland clubs, and those were stock.
Right.
And I did okay with them. I was probably about 6 shots off my normal.
But you also have had the lessons, so it just being stock was the only issue.
I like lessons. Lessons are good. I like lessons just because it's a bit of golf with a bit of psychiatry, and you get to sort of talk to somebody who you see every week, and it's more about sort of my mental game and the golf than it is just like, for me, it's the whole
mechanics.
package.
See, for me, I feel like it would ruin my mechanics. And
and so that's the thing is, like,
I've worked really hard to have my mechanics, and it's obviously worked out for me.
Yeah, it has.
So I don't want to.
That's the thing is, like, I had terrible mechanics. I had terrible over-the-top mechanics. And I'm actually, like, slowly creeping back into those terrible mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to figure out what to do about that. Other things in the news before we get sidetracked yet once again. We had the ANA Championship this week.
Yeah. Is this ANA a little bit bittersweet?
No. Number one, like, I love watching Brooke Henderson play golf.
For sure.
Brooke Henderson, Lexi Thompson, the Korda sisters.
Shout out to Lexi Thompson's brother who won on the Korn Ferry Tour this week.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow. So he's got a good shot at going to the tour next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of those things where, like, I watch it because it relates more to my game.
Yeah.
They drive it between 250 and 280 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Their 8-iron is probably 155 to 165. Like,
right.
The women's game, like, if I wanted to play really good golf, it would look like the LPGA Tour golf.
Well, they say that you should a male amateur should model their games after the LPGA Tour players. And
those are the people I've listened to, because I like watching the LPGA because I feel like it's a bit more realistic golf for what I do. So that's just me. Yeah. So it was Brooke Henderson, Nelly Korda, not Jessica Korda, Nelly Korda, and Miriam Lee go into a sudden death playoff.
Mm-hmm.
And Miriam Lee comes out the champion, which I was a bit disappointed about. Like I said, I root for Brooke Henderson. She usually has her sister on the bag.
Mm-hmm.
She always looks like she's having fun out there playing with ping clubs. So just yeah. I thought it was cool. I ended up watching that probably more than I watched the Safeway Open.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Plus
it was a major.
It was a major. The only reason I ask you if it was bittersweet is the issue with the blue wall on the back of the 18th at the ANA. I know. Yeah. Did that cost Nelly Korda? Do you think there's a lot of sayings out there this morning that the blue wall cost Nelly Korda a championship?
I feel like that you could say that about like 8 of Dustin Johnson's, like, like that's a bunker. That's not a waste area.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you shot 11 over, like, you got to win it. Like, no, I mean, the blue, what are you doing near the blue thing anyway?
Well, yeah, I think, I think it awarded, I think the blue wall is kind of intended to make it comfortable to go for the green.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a risk reward situation.
Yeah.
But very excited for Miriam Lee.
Yeah. I think that's the coolest thing in golf.
Major, yep.
I think that's the coolest thing in golf is when they jump into the fountain.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and can I tell you that the LPGA knows how to celebrate a win? Just all in all, knows how to celebrate a win. They're happy. You know, it's these PGA Tour players who are like, yeah, I was supposed to win. I'm awesome. LPGA players, they're like, yeah, I won it. What?
Yeah. I mean, I think sorry, I'm just doing a bit on it as well. Like the blue wall,
mm-hmm.
not shouldn't have been there in the first place.
I agree.
Does that
That's why
mean?
I'm at. That's
Does
why,
that mean? Does that mean Nella? Sorry,
Nelly.
Nella. Does that mean Nelly Corda's golf ball should have gone into the water?
No, I don't know.
Because it may have. Like that
It
wall,
could've,
like
right.
that wall was stopping balls from going in the water. That's what it was designed to do. So, no,
Right, to make you more aggressive.
Yeah, it lets you be more aggressive on the 18th, which I think everybody wants to do. No, because she had the opportunity to win it in overtime, in sudden death, in the playoff,
Overtime.
and did not. So there's a bit more news. I don't really do. I mean,
I got nothing.
it's just
Don't
Kevin Kisner is annoying on Twitter.
I'm not getting into the Kevin Kisner bit.
Okay. If you
Twitter's
want to
where
know,
say
he's just like he's
stupid
annoying
stuff.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
And your boy Harold Varner gave him a big like.
Did
Yeah.
he?
So
Varner let me down this week.
yeah, all of my guys let me down massively.
We'll get to that because I got to brag a little bit.
You better brag a whole. I want like a parade in Culpeper, man. All right, you ready for the first read?
Yeah.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Am I doing it?
Are you doing the read?
I'll do it.
I couldn't hear the intro, so I didn't know we were ready.
I heard the intro. I just couldn't hear you. So
you're having trouble hearing, and I'm having trouble hearing.
since we're both having trouble hearing, maybe we should go get our hearing checked.
Nice one.
At
Hearing.
Yeah, at Belltone Hearing. The Jersey Shore. I thought we were going to do a little back and forth. I was enjoying that banter.
I like the banter. You know what it reminds me of? This is the Belltone Hearing Centers of the Jersey Shore version of the old Mike and Mike ESPN reads.
Oh my God, yeah. Those must have been the longest scripts because each one was like it's like 3 words. It must have been like 4 pages.
It was 4 pages because they don't double column
No.
the scripts. It's just straight down the center.
And then one's highlighted in yellow and one in pink or something. Yeah.
That's right.
So if you can hear this, you should still go get your hearing checked at Belltone Hearing Aid Centers of New Jersey. Not only did they test for loss of hearing, but also loss of frequency.
Yeah.
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 So that's fun.
Yeah.
You sit in a chair, you put on headphones like these guys, then bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, there's that, or there's a little device called an autoacoustic emissions device.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know I was so well versed in
No.
hearing testing.
How do you know this?
I test children's hearing, as a matter of fact.
What? Are you accredited by the FDA?
I am accredited not by the FDA.
I don't know if you have to
proper
be.
I just have proper training. So anyways, you put it in the ear and it plays, I like to call it music, but all it is it's a series of tones at certain decibel levels and frequencies. Yeah. And it goes in your ear and it plays these and it measures your ear's response to it, and it bounces the sound back. Yeah. And then the machine measures it and tells you whether or not your ear is properly taking in those sounds.
Are you looking for a new job?
No.
Because I know a certain JR who is always looking for hearing aid salesmen, regardless of their location.
That's part of my job, is to do that, as a matter of fact.
Well, good on you.
Yeah, hearing screenings. But if you want it done by a professional, definitely call our boy JR at Jersey Shore Hearing Centers of
New Jersey. Yeah. Check out plus 1-732-888-9000. Again, that is plus 1-732-888-9000.
You have a real timbre in your voice right now. It sounds good. I think it's the room.
It's the room. I feel like I'm having a lot less bounce in this room. In the other room, it's just like echoed everywhere.
Yeah.
And then
It
in the
sounds
room
good.
upstairs, there's a slanted ceiling. So like, I've set this up so I basically talk into an area where all the sound should be trapped.
I love it. It
So
sounds really good.
I'm getting a lot more bassy
And
tones.
if you can't hear how good Ben sounds right now, just call 732-888-9000. That's a
that.
+1 outside the US.
Yeah.
732-888-9000.
If you're visiting New York to do some shopping, visiting New York to do some shopping, just 45 minutes down south.
Yeah, south. It's
swim in the ocean.
Southeast.
Get your hearing tested at the same time.
Yeah, take one of those duck boats in New Jersey, and then paddle on down and say the code word golf and bang. Do it. Get it done. Tell them we sent you.
Tell them we sent you from the Swingdom.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
All right, so this week we're talking about the ANA Inspirational, the actual golf that happened this weekend. What?
I love doing this podcast. Can I tell you that? We're not talking about the ANA, but we are. Are we too PGA centric when it comes to majors in other tournaments?
So no, I mean, so what I was going to say is like we don't actually cover enough of like the rest of golf.
Right, we don't.
Cuz
like should we start covering just the biggest event this week?
No, I think we need to make sort of the news a bit more comprehensive. Like I forgot to mention that Angel Jimenez,
Miguel Angel Jimenez,
yes,
has won his 10th tournament at the PGA Tour Champions like a beast
in his 708th or 9th start.
Gosh. Are you kidding me?
He's
That
still
guy's
winning.
a legend.
So last week Phil wins. This week the Dancing Spaniard wins. Forgot to mention that.
Spaniard, Mr. Stretchy Pants, wins it. Gosh, he's so cool.
So let me put it this way: I'm looking up the golf channel because I was looking at a bit of the news earlier.
We have officially mentioned all the winners, by the way.
Yeah, and they haven't even acknowledged that the Safeway Challenge Tour thing happened. They still have the stats from the Tour Championship up.
Well, that's a little frustrating, and I'll tell you why. Because I think I think in the end it turned out to be a pretty big deal. Yeah.
I think it turned out to be a pretty big deal for the guy who won.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So you get into this, and I'm going to ask you my question at an appropriate point.
I'll just break down the whole dang thing. All right, we're talking about the Safeway Open, Silverado Resort and Spa, North Course in Napa, California, par 72, Cameron Champ defending. No good. Anyways, round one. Was I yelling too loud for you?
No, it's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. I was going to say that last week I said they were going to win a bottle of wine. It turns out they won a barrel of wine.
It's a barrel.
I didn't realize they won a whole barrel.
Yeah.
Is it full of wine?
I believe it is empty, and they just give you enough wine
to fill it
on the side. Yes,
that's fair enough. Okay,
that would weigh like 70 pounds.
Yes,
no good. All right, so round one, our featured group that we took a look at was none other than Shane Lowry, defending Open champion golfer of the year.
Yep.
So Shane Lowry, should he have just been in hindsight announced as your champion golfer of the next couple of years? Is that what
I think so.
Shane Lowry, Phil the Thrill Mickelson, and Brendan Steele. Shane Lowry, 68, 4 under par. Phil, kind of a depressing 1 under par, 71. And Brendan Steele fires hard, shoots a 7 under. And he finishes tied for 5th by the end of the day. Your best was Russell Knox with a 9 under, 63.
The Scottish lad.
Now we did, full disclosure, we did the preview show late. Mm-hmm. So Russell Knox had already finished, but he was only one of 7 guys who had finished by then.
So let's also like say that even if we know we're recording the preview show late,
Mhm.
we send each other all of our picks before it starts.
We do that, and just to
we
make
text
it
each other
fair,
our picks, so like it's not
like the day before, right? Just in case something happens. And that was the situation where you were in another country, and we had a hard time coordinating. So
I was and I was still I was feeling nostalgic.
you were feeling nostalgic. You get 2 men of the people, Luke Donald and Parker McLaughlin, 6 over 78. I kind of missed the 80s,
I was gonna say that's not really a man of the people.
but they're the worst players in the field that day.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's man of the people. I would still say like
That is that's how we have defined man of the people.
no man of the
last
people's
season.
got to be like 80
tell me
or
what it is.
above.
You
And then it's got to
decide
be
then.
like a quad bogey or worse.
Don't argue with me on man of the people.
All right, sorry.
That's Luke Donald and Parker McLaughlin, all right? Jeez.
Where has Luke Donald been? What is he doing?
Well, this is his 4th time on our man of the people
I know.
list, so not well. I guess I should disclose our picks. Just revisit our picks. I picked Harold Varner III,
Yes, you did.
Shane Lowry,
Mhm.
and Doc Redman. My long shot of the week was Jordan Spieth would miss the cut, and my prop bet was at the end. I'll better explain this now because I have a little bit more time. After the cut is made,
Yeah.
and I use the example of 2 under par.
Yeah.
After the cut is made, at the end of the day on Sunday, everybody in the field finishes 2 under par or better, at the cut line or better.
Yeah.
So that was my prop bet. Ben picked Brandt Snedeker,
Yes.
Keegan Bradley,
Yes.
Jordan Spieth.
Yeah.
His long shot was Phil Mickelson wins, which
Yeah.
is a solid long shot. I appreciate that. And his prop bet was that a major champion wins this tournament. And we, boys and girls, like to call that foreshadowing.
Yes.
All right. So because I have now said things before they have happened.
Yes.
All right. Round 2. Do you have anything about round 1? No. All right.
No. What do you like? We talked about this last week. This was like the other field event, even though there wasn't another event, everybody has gone to Massamutin, New York.
Look, you text me.
Where is it?
It's not Massanutten.
No.
Anyways, Ben
Mamaroneck. My fault. Mamaroneck.
Mamaroneck. Ben texted me and said, "This. I didn't realize the Safeway Open was an alternate event."
Yeah.
And I got upset with him because I said, "This is not an alternate event. This is a PGA Tour event."
Yes, it is.
So we had a back and forth exchange. I remained frustrated with his opinion, but I totally agree with it at the same time.
It's half the money, and they showed the ANA on the channel that should have had the PGA on it.
The ANA is so much better than the US. The Safeway Open.
Yeah.
But,
all right.
It's so much. Anyways, all right. Round 2, Safeway Open in Napa, California. Our feature group for round 2 was Brandt Snedeker, Jordan Spieth, and Jim Furyk. Snedeker, 2 under par 70, finishes at 1 under. Spieth, 2 under par 70, finishes at 1 under. Jim Furyk was even going into the day, shoots a 66, 6 under, finishes the day tied for 34th. Your best round was Harry Higgs with a 10 under, scoring going into 18, 7 under par, and gets an albatross from 230 yards out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Then you see Harold Varner
astonishing.
come over and give him a high five, and you're like, don't you wish that was you?
Don't you wish that was you, bro? Our man of the people, thank goodness, Chad Campbell, +9, 81.
There you go.
There
All
it
right.
is. Our cut line started the day at 2 under, went to 3 under, then 4 under, then 5 under, then 4 under. Keegan Bradley ends the day at 4 under par. You think he's going, and then last second, 5 under par.
5 under
So
par.
Harold Varner,
Yeah.
just weeks by, 6 under, tied for 34th. Shane Lowry gets cut after firing a 1 over 73, finishes at 3 under. Doc Redman, my guy.
Your guy.
3 under par, 69, finishes 5 under for Thursday or for Friday, tied 54th. Brent Snedeker, Keegan Bradley, Jordan Spieth all failed to make the cut.
I had 0 guys make the cut.
0 guys make the cut. Your long shot's still in it with Phil Mickelson, so that was good.
Yep.
Anything about round 2?
It was just as much fun as round 1.
You're right. Can I tell you? I had a hard time.
I
had a hard time watching this one.
This one, and this is one of the ones where and I'm going to get into this a bit later on, but this is I keep saying that because I have it ready. I have what I'm going to do ready. But this is one of the ones where you're just this is where they make their money.
Yeah.
Because they've got to know every guy who's out there. And they have to say more than ooh, it looked like he hit the golf ball clean. Oh, that's on the green. Oh, that's near the hole. Yeah. Oh, wow, what a golf shot.
These guys are good.
These guys are good. Wow, I think these guys might live under par.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? That's sort of what you
No need telling them to hurry up while we're young. They're tearing it up out here. Yeah. Wow, what a great putt.
And you just almost want to see him cover the mic and be like, "Who's that guy again? Who is it?" Oh, okay, yeah, no, Dave, Michael Gligic. Gligic?
You're gonna love our feature group for round 3 then.
Michael Gligic? Michael Gligic. Michael Gligic. Michael Gligic.
It might be Gligic, actually. I don't know. Yeah. It don't matter. It does. That's his name.
Vincent Whaley.
All right, you ready for this?
Nelson Ledesma.
You ready for this? Yeah. Round 3, Safeway Open. Our featured group is Cameron Davis, and our low scorer of the day at 64, 8 under par, Sahith Theegala.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to sound, like I was picking on anybody.
Well, if you want to pick on somebody,
Jinjin Zhang.
Pick on William McGirt and Siwoo Kim, who finished the day worst out of everybody else, 77 plus 5.
Akshay Bhatia.
I only have 2 people, and you have 0. Yeah. So this is going to go by quickly. Harold Varner III shoots a 1 under 71, finishes, and this is where it gets really important, Ben.
Yes.
Harold Varner III finishes 7 under, tied for 49th.
Okay.
Doc Redman shoots a 3 under 69, finishes 8 under par on Saturday. He is tied for 43rd.
Yes.
That's all I got for round 3. What do you have?
I've got nothing.
Good, because round 4 was the most spectacular thing to ever happen in swingdom. Expert picking. Okay.
Debatable.
It's not debatable.
I still liked it. I still liked it when you won the PGA, when you won the WGC, and I won the Barracuda. That was still pretty cool.
That was super cool. Round 4, our feature group, Brian Stewart shoots a 2 under par to get to 18 under. James Hahn, this is your final group of the day, shoots an even par, 16 under.
What is James Hahn? James Hahn, when was the last time James Hahn won?
I don't know, but he was.
You know what I remember James Hahn for?
What?
Doing the. What was that? What's that South Korea song that hit a billion things on YouTube?
It was. Don't tell me. I got this. Gangnam Style?
Yeah, he does Gangnam Style on the way to the 16th green at the Waste Management Open.
Oh, that's right.
That's how I remember him. I know he's won since then.
Oh,
But that's
man.
how. Yes. All right. Sorry. My apologies for being distracting. Yes.
I love it. All right. I'm going to tell you the man of the people before I tell you the best, because
Okay.
the best is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Andy Zhang and MJ DeFew finished 6 over 78 for your man of the people of the final round.
Yep.
Your best round of the day. Doc Redman,
Yeah.
my boy, shoots a 62, 10 under par. When he finishes his round, he is in the lead from T43 to 2 strokes clear. Oh my God. I was having a good time, Ben.
You were having a good time. I got a few messages about that for sure.
Did I tell look, did I not tell you that nobody looks at this kid? Nobody look.
You've picked him like 3 times in the last 6 weeks.
I might be the only one who knows who Doc Redman is.
No, I saw him on some expert picks a few weeks ago.
They're all lying. They just found a name. That's
But
one
no,
of those
he was no, they weren't
things,
lying. But Doc Redman was your pick for the Barracuda. He was one of your picks for the Barracuda. He was an expert pick for the Barracuda. He was on my radar for the Barracuda, which is how I know this is an alternate event.
Stop it. Doc Redman's good.
Okay, can I get to my point before we get to the winner?
Ah, fine.
Harry Higgs.
Yes.
Doc Redman.
Yes.
Chez Reavie.
Yes.
Kevin Streelman.
Yes.
Brian Stewart.
Yeah.
Sam Burns.
Yeah.
Christopher Ventura.
Yeah.
JJ Spawn.
Yeah.
I'm giving you Pat Perez.
Yes.
All right. Pat Perez
we missed Pat Perez in the news. He cut his hair.
What?
Yeah, he said I couldn't handle it anymore. It was too much.
Okay. All right. Pat Perez, I'm giving you.
Give me Pat Perez.
Akshay Bhatia.
Yeah.
Russell Knox, James Hahn, I'm giving you.
Yeah.
Chesson Hadley, Bud Colley.
Are you just going down? Are you just? You know all of these people, but 2 of them.
No. I'm not saying that I don't know them. What I'm saying is when was the last time any of these guys were put in a featured group for a PGA Tour event that meant anything on a Thursday or a Friday?
Well, Doc Redman's only been around for a year, so cut him some slack. I told you he was going to play great. He played great. I don't know why you're coming at me for this.
Can we just agree that this is an alternate event?
I didn't disagree with you.
Yes, you did.
I disagree with the fact you're calling it an alternate event. It's a PGA Tour event. You're saying, look, if they weren't playing the ANA Inspiration, you would have had no problem with this event. Not one.
No, so this is the thing, right? Like, if this is the tournament that is after the FedEx Cup Tour, like, championship, the FedEx Cup, sorry, not the FedEx Tour, the FedEx Cup championship, how many guys in the top, 40 OWGR play in this event?
I think it's 0.
How many guys this time in the top 40 OWGR played in this event?
I don't know. I didn't look that up this week.
Okay.
Don't try and look it up because it actually takes going through all.
Yeah, I know. I'm not going to. It
takes a long time to figure that one out.
Does it?
Yeah, you have to go through OWGR, plus you have to go through past tournaments, and then you got to pull for the week before. It takes a long time to put it all together. I'm sure there's a subscription model you can get on where you can get all that kind of stuff, but I don't have that, so I do all the legwork myself.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do it all by myself.
Oh wow, that's
all that data that you see. I do all the data myself for this show.
Let me put it this way: nobody in the top 20 played in the Safeway Open.
So,
Louis Oosthuizen. Nobody in the top 25 played in the Safeway Open. Shane Lowry, he played?
Yeah.
He's number 29. He's the first guy in the OWGR to play in the Safeway Open.
You're hating right now.
I am hating. I want a barrel of wine.
Well, then go out there and be a tour player and earn yourself a barrel of wine. Or
I'm not good at tour golf. I'm good at watching tour golf.
better yet, go buy yourself a barrel of wine.
Just go buy myself a barrel and get some cheap
And
wine.
be like, I want it.
So yeah, I think like we discussed this at length last week, but it was a diminished product. It was not fun to watch. It was fun to watch Doc Redman for a little bit, but I'd rather watch the NA. Phil Mickelson made the cut. Nobody cared.
I just wanted my props on picking Doc Redman.
Yeah, no. Multiple props. He wasn't on my radar this week at all, but we still haven't even talked about the winner yet.
I'm not going to get to the winner until I get through all of our final breakdowns.
Okay. Who won?
All right. So, well, in our points, let me get through the points.
Okay.
So I won in points.
I know.
So
none of my players made the cut.
Harold Varner III. All right. Harold Varner III.
Yeah.
Tied for 29th. I don't get any bonus points, but I get his week's worth of points.
Yep.
Doc Redman finishes tied for third. Give me 500 bonus points. And I hit on my long shot, which was Jordan Spieth missing the cut. I didn't expect that, but something in me said he ain't going to make it. My prop bet, 7 guys finished worse than the cut, whatever. But somehow, if you go through the Ben's prop bet was a major winner wins this event. The top 10 players at the end of the week, only one of them has won a major. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Stewart Cink.
Yes.
Who wins his 7th PGA Tour event at the age of 47. And lo and behold, won the 2009 British Open.
That was the last time he won.
He finishes 21 under par, a 2-stroke lead, and Ben gets a hit on his prop bet, 250 bonus points to Ben. Congratulations.
Did I also say 21 under par?
You did. As a matter of fact, but we don't get points for that. So
I'll give myself 7 points.
I'm not going to type it in.
I get 21 points for that.
I'm not typing in any numbers for you. I keep them. You don't.
Stewart, my head is whiter than a brand new enameled kitchen sink.
Stewart Cink is the master of the hat tan. We all know.
The master of that. I was going to say, like, when was the last time you saw Stewart Cink? And it's like, yeah, it's that picture of his head being so white. But it was cool. He had his son on the bag.
I wear a hat all the time.
Yeah.
And you know this about me. I wear a hat all the time.
I do know that about you.
And it goes over my forehead.
Yeah.
And I have never had a severely noticeable hat tan.
I have once or twice.
I have hat tans.
Yeah.
It has never been noticeable. I just notice it because I look at myself in the mirror.
It's different though. Like the Stewart Cink hat tan is different.
It's insane. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like I think I wear a hat just as much as Stewart Cink does. And I
don't think anybody does.
It might be true.
I feel like he's got a lot of like sunlights. What are they called?
UV lights?
No. Like you have one over your head in the podcast.
No, I don't.
The window that's in the roof.
Oh, sunroof? Or
no, sunroof's in a car.
Sunlight?
It's not called sunlight.
What is it called?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. You have one.
Ceiling light.
A ceiling window.
Yeah, that could be it.
You know what? Send us an email if you know what it's called.
I
really appreciate it.
I have 4 of them in this room.
They're called sun something or others. I feel like he's just like his entire house is made of like he just lives in a greenhouse. Just wears that hat all the time.
I just don't understand it.
This is his first win in 11 years.
I know. But good for him.
Which is another reason why it is an alternate week event.
I disagree. I think what this says is that Phil is definitely winning the U.S. Open next week.
You think he's charging in the right direction?
Yeah, because I think Stewart Cink said, "Look, dude, I'm 47. I just won on the PGA Tour.
Let's beat all them youngsters.
Yeah, I beat all
got
them
a barrel
youngsters.
of wine.
You got it. You want some of my wine? You can go have some of my barrel wine.
Yep.
You drink some of your fitness coffee.
Yeah.
Go hit bombs.
Yeah.
Throw darts.
Yeah.
Win the U.S. Open. Win the career Grand Slam, dude.
I'm with you.
I'm with it too.
Yeah.
That's why I said it.
You ready for some ragedom?
Yeah. You want to do? You gonna read something first?
I might. I'll try to figure it out.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So, if you haven't heard, me and Cousin Adam and Soundman Dan are going on an adventure soon.
Is his name Soundman Dan for good?
It is now, yeah.
Good. Take that.
Just caught a bug. Sorry. That was, yeah. We leave in 2 weeks for an adventure. We are going to Hadrian's Wall, which is the wall that the Romans built to keep the Scots, them Scottish lads, out of Roman England. The year 150 AD to 400 AD, and remnants of the walls and the forts there still remain.
Were they successful?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like, little history fact here.
And you, just as an American transplant in England, are going to be like, "Oh, I'll do it."
Yeah.
It kept an entire country out, and you're just like, "I'm going to go play golf on it. Screw it."
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like it's one of those things where it's like the Scots were so scary, like they wore war paint and they fought naked. That, like, even though the Romans were like trained, like combatants, combatants,
warriors. Is that the
warriors?
Is that the word you were looking for? Was warriors?
Ninjas. But yeah, like they could never take over Scotland because basically the Scots were like they were masters of guerrilla warfare, and the Romans were like very like ordered, and we all have shields and we protect ourselves. And the Scots just scared because they had female, like men and women were warriors together. Everybody fought naked. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. So they were just like, let's just build a wall. So they basically found the shortest part of England from side to side and built a wall there. And it wasn't a very big wall, maybe like anywhere from like 7 feet to like 30 feet, where like the forts were and things like that. And they used it to keep the Scots out. So, like, a lot of people think you build a wall like that so the Scots can keep the Romans out, but it was the opposite. And so we're playing 6 golf courses along there, which is going to be a lot of fun. We start in Bowness on Solway, and we hike all the way to Newcastle on Tyne, and we're doing it for charity. So we're doing it to support Rowcroft Hospice and Golf Foundation, which is supported by the RNA. And we want to sort of bring a bit of notice and just help out in general to families in need, whether it's families who are having a hard time with loved ones or families who are just having a hard time being able to get out and play golf. I know they're very different things, but
I like it.
Yeah. So I'd like to just thank, my local pub, the Polk Arms, is sponsoring us. Bovey Tracy Golf Center is sponsoring us. Trago Mills is sponsoring us. They've helped out. And then we've got 5 or 6 golf courses who are really doing a great job helping us out. Silith on Solway, Stony Home, Matt Fenn, Close House, and Centurion. So we're just having a fun time planning it. We get the logoed golf balls in this week.
Perfect.
I'm going to send you a box of that.
Send me a box of that.
Yeah. And so if you would love to, we would love to check it out on our social media. Check it out in our email on our website. But it's uk.virginmoneygiving.com/100 miles, 100 holes. And we appreciate anything you guys want to give. So, that's my spiel, and I'm sticking to it.
Stick to it, Ben.
Anything else I missed?
No, that was everything.
All right, back to the show.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
Hey, Gunnar.
Hey, Ben.
What's going on?
I'm just hanging out.
Yeah. It feels
What are you
like one of
doing?
them nights, doesn't it?
It is one of those nights.
Yeah.
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 I'm
Oh,
excited because American football has returned.
yeah.
So,
I want to get all fired up, but it's like we haven't heard that much about the US Invitational.
no.
They haven't normally you almost get like a 10-day run up to it. We haven't really heard anything.
No, and this is US Open asterisk
Yeah.
because this is
Yeah.
last season's US Open.
Yeah. Can I just say something as well? Can I give rage on a little bit?
Yeah, go for it. I'll just sit back and relax.
Maybe I should start with a question so I don't just start raging. Do you like match play?
Yes. I do like match play. Sometimes.
Would you like match play, but you have to give me like you'd have to give me 7 strokes.
No. Absolutely not.
Why not?
Cuz I'm not going to give you strokes in match play. Dang.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I think the thing is I'm excited for the new handicap system. We haven't really gone into that yet. I think we're gonna have to go into that really. I mean, do you want to go into the new handicap system?
So I think on our end, there's a delay in the new handicap system.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see the new handicap system when it's supposed to come out.
But it's the worldwide handicap system.
Right. But I think for us in the US, there's a delay on it
Okay.
for some reason.
I think the more I play golf, the less I like handicaps.
Well, because they negatively affect you competitively. The way you guys play competitive golf.
Yeah.
Not that it negatively affects you because your handicap fluctuates, but you go on and get upset about losing tournaments because somebody doesn't report their handicap.
Yeah.
Which I totally agree with, where I religiously report my handicap.
Yeah.
And we've gone into this before where
I know.
seems
so
like
I'm sort of like it just feels like one of those nights. Yeah.
It feels like you've said it feels like in maybe it's Europe, I don't know, but at least in England, it's that the handicap doesn't carry the same weight of accomplishment and prestige as it does here in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here it's you play golf, what's your handicap? And there it seems like the conversation is
you play golf, when was the last time you won?
Right, exactly. So you do what it takes to win, if that be not reporting your handicap correctly, as long as you get that edge. Here it's I don't have to win, I have to have it is a huge deal
to have a single digit
amongst my friends that I have a single digit handicap.
Yeah.
They look at me like I'm on some other level of golf, which I'm really not.
No.
And I don't enjoy it any differently than they do. I just happen to be good at it.
Yeah. I think that was the thing, is like
better than them, and it's whatever.
As an 11 handicap, so I've been putting out these videos of me playing with Joe Brian Edmonds with Open Stance Golf.
Yeah.
Really cool bloke. But I shot even par through 6.
Right, which is big.
And then I played to my handicap in the last 3 holes.
Mm-hmm.
Which happens. I only get 5 strokes. If I double 2 of them and then get a bogey, I'm back in my handicap.
Right.
It's not the end of the world. It's just how it is. But it was one of those things where I think as a low teens as a single digit handicapper like you are,
mm-hmm.
When you're sort of below 6, you're like, oh, I can almost play this course to par.
Yeah, I do get that sense sometimes when I play. Yeah.
Yeah. And then for me, it's sort of like I can par every hole on this course, just not on the same day. I can only par half of them on this day. And I think that's the thing that's really frustrating. Because I was 2 under through 4.
Oh, wow.
And then I bogeyed 6 and bogeyed 7. and then like, yeah, like quit like 5 over on 7 and was like back to my handicap.
Right.
And I was just sort of like, yeah, you know, like that's golf. Like I probably should have focused a bit more. I probably should have played a bit safe. Like I should have done this,
Yeah.
that, or the other. But I don't know, like when you say that your friends like see you as a single digit handicapper and like it's on a like people see me as like an 11 handicapper and they're like, wow, you must like you're really good. You must play a lot of golf. And I'm just like, I to lose another 3 strokes, like I'd have to practice a lot more.
Right.
And I'd probably have to get a few more lessons because, like I said, I know my swing's a bit off. But like I think the biggest issue really is just like in my mind, I know I can par every hole. I just can't do it all on the same day.
Right.
And that's annoying as an 11 handicapper.
Yeah, it's
Because I think as an 18 handicapper, you're just like, well, if I bogey everything, I'm good. So if I par a few and I
Sure,
double a
right.
few,
and you're like, oh, I'm good. Yeah.
yeah, like I birdie one and then I like quad this one and I finish at like 93, like that's still a good day.
Right.
Like when you're
Yeah.
trying to break trying to break 80 in golf is the biggest mental hurdle I've ever come across in my life.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah.
It is so hard. So when I broke when I broke 90, because that was my first goal, was to break
Yeah.
90. I shot an 89. And
Yeah.
it was one of those days where I could not miss with the putter.
Yeah.
And I played everything super safe. So I shot an 89 and I was like, oh my gosh, like I just wanted to break, or I'm sorry, I wanted to break 100 and I shot an 89.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
When I got to consistently being in the 80s, I wanted to break 70. I wanted to break 80, and I broke 80 once, and then
It all made sense.
What happened was I got stuck, and I got stuck in the mid 80s for years.
Really?
I just couldn't do it. And then I played every single day. Because it was a summer, I played every single day for 2 months. And Gavin needed to practice, and we had a membership, so played every single day for 3 months, and I broke 80 quite a bit, and then I shot that 66.
Yeah.
And I've only shot under par one other time. But I just kind of sit. That's where I think that my biggest hurdle is. And you think breaking 80 is a huge hurdle. It's even shooting par is, I have found, to be the biggest hurdle as a mid single digit handicapper.
Yeah. I get that.
I thought that breaking 80 was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting par on every hole it feels impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I am with you. So what are you up to this week in golf?
I just got the brand new Super Stroke swing grips.
Okay.
So
for your regular clubs or for
my irons?
Oh, okay. Not like a new putter grip.
No, they're just like the putter grips, except they're circular. And
cool.
So I'm really intrigued by them. So I ordered a set. I'm going to put those on, and I think this weekend we're going to go out because Gavin, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet. Gavin got an invitation to play in the state championships.
What?
For his age division. So he has the VSGA Stroke Play Championships.
That's insanity.
And only winners are invited, it turns out. So we're going to do that.
Nice.
That's in 2 weeks. So he needs as much practice as he can get. So we're going to try and get out there a couple times between now and next weekend.
Yeah.
Don't
where
know
is
where
it?
yet. And I don't know. I don't recognize the name of the club.
Yeah.
I'll look it up while you tell me. What are you up to in golf this week?
I'm just trying to sort out the details of this hike still, trying to get word out to everybody. And I think I'm just like, I need to just go play and have fun.
Yeah.
Like, I just need to go play and have fun.
Just enjoy it.
Bovey's great, and I love Bovey. It's like a 9-hole course. And Rangaton, which is like the other course you get with it. It's just, they're really fun courses.
Rangaton is a fan of ours on the things we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're very involved with our media space.
Why didn't I know this?
I don't know. They like us.
Well, they like the guys who own Bovey also own Rangaton.
Oh, well, that might be why.
Yeah. But I just I've never really met the guy who runs their social media because he's their pro shop guy. He's
Oh yeah, his
name is Stewart. He seems like a really nice guy, but I just haven't met him yet personally. So maybe I'll go down to Rangaton. But what I want to do
Farmington Country Club, by the way, is the name of it.
Yeah, I just want to go and play like a nice, peaceful Parkland course,
Mm-hmm.
and just sort of get like real like. And I hate saying this, but because I don't want to say it because it like I don't think it's true.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to go like it's not even like I want to go play a real golf. I just want to go play like a golf course that I don't know, so that I can just like focus on the golf, get my yardages in, and like not say, okay, this is what I did last time on this hole. So I may look for that. I may just play Bovey a bunch and just try to work some stuff out on the range. We're getting a new horse here tomorrow, so life is crazy. Hopefully I can like plan this stuff and then just get back to my regular routine, but there's been no routine in the last 3 weeks.
Right.
So, but other than that, I mean, everything's great. Like
Good.
No complaints, like just your usual complaining, non-complaining.
Sure. That's what I thrive off of.
Yeah. I'm with you there. All right.
Well,
I feel like that was quite a tame show.
it was pretty tame for a tame week in golf.
That makes sense. It wasn't like, it's like Pat Perez got his hair cut. Yay. I mean, it started off really sad.
Yeah. I'm ready to get pretty excited about the US Open.
I'm gonna get so pumped for it. All right. Thanks for doing the show, Gunner.
Thanks for doing the show with me.
Swing them out.
Swing them out.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.
0 putts.